I'm Rex Rogosh, and let's queer up the USA View. Boston Civil Rights Group calls on state to address bullying in hockey. Lawyers for Civil Rights, a Boston-based group, has called on Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Campbell to look into an uptick in LGBTQ bullying in school sports, especially hockey. In a letter written on Tuesday, the group stated, quote, "We are concerned that the rise is a backlash to the growing visibility and the popularity of the television series Heated Rivalry and the resulting attention, commentary, and social media discourse it has generated around gay hockey players," end quote. According to the group, public high school athletes have been making an increasing number of complaints in recent weeks regarding anti-queer bullying. The reports include increased usage in anti-LGBTQ slurs, homophobic comments, and locker room intimidation. The organization also sent a letter to Attorney General Campbell. Quote, "LCR is also receiving reports that students who are gay or perceived as gay are being intentionally benched during games, denied meaningful playing time without legitimate athletic justification, and otherwise isolated from team events and bonding activities," end quote. The Lawyers for Civil Rights have called for Campbell to take immediate action to investigate these identity-based attacks on students. I'm interested in this only because, I grew up in the South and I played sports and was bullied and intimidated. I was not out. I didn't come out till much later in life, but I was perceived to be gay. So it's interesting to me that they're saying there's an uptick. I think there's an uptick in people reporting it. Mm-hmm. Not the fact that it's been happening. Because I was immensely bullied in school. To the point where I actually would leave class early, go to the counselor's office, sit in her office while the hallways were filled, and then go to class late because I was that bullied.
I'm so sorry.
But I didn't have anybody to say. My parents never even knew. The only person who knew about it was my counselor because I was petrified to tell anybody because nobody would do anything. I'm glad that people are finding the courage to speak out. I'm glad that people are, it's sad that it's happening to them. I don't think it's an increase in bullying. I think it's an increase in visibility.
Right. So I'm a reformed bully. Big surprise there, huh? And I feel awful about how I treated people just because I wasn't happy with myself. Right? This is the
old story.
This is the gay girl, not wanting to be the gay girl.
Yep.
Right. And things like that unfortunately happened. And, I have to agree with you in that aspect. I don't think that heated rivalry is the reason why there's an uptick. You know what I mean? I definitely know more gay boys that want to play hockey now, right? But that's a whole other conversation. I don't think there's an uptick. I think that it has been there all along. I think people are just, reporting it more, like you said. I mean, you don't get more toxic masculinity than hockey. You really don't. And it's being threatened by a little show called Heated Rivalry.
Right.
So somebody sees something and brings that to a field where there's a fight and it's said, and then now there's a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and it reminds us that unfortunately Heated Rivalry is fiction. It gets us excited for a moment, all up in our gay feels. And like I said, I watch it for 3 to 4.5 minutes at a stretch. But that said, it's a good thing, and like you said, it's bringing more visibility. But the NHL is doing a lot. The National Hockey League.
Okay.
The Panthers are 2-time defending NHL Stanley Cup champions, are playing, and I believe they're hosting Pride Night on the 31st of this month. So, get some tickets, go out there, support. I love it. It's a really, really good time. And, Brad Marchand is one of our star players. He's going to be, once he retires, the clock is ticking till he's in the Hall of Fame. But he said over a decade ago that gay players would be welcome in the league, would be welcome in the locker room, and I really believe he means it. So, I can't remember the kid who scored the winning goal for USA in the Olympics last month. He has also said very positive comments towards us. Forget what the rest of the idiots did in the locker room. So, hockey's getting there. Hockey may be getting there faster than any of the other major sports besides the WNBA.
And sports is so important. I mean, sports builds character. It shouldn't be building closets.
Absolutely.
Well, I was going to say, sorry, real quick, because we were talking about, kids, like the reporting is on kids. So I'm glad to see that the professional sports people are standing up because those bullies that are in school look up to the professionals. Yeah. So if the professionals at least come out and support and show that it is okay, then hopefully those bullies will then see that and go, oh shit, I did something wrong.
Yeah.
I commend
Luis?
all the adults, the coaches, the staff, parents, counselors, teachers that are taking these reports seriously
Yes.
and listening to these youth and taking the reports seriously and reporting them. So these youth know they're being listened to and accepted and know that there's somebody there on their side.
Absolutely.
Amen. Amen. Just knowing that somebody's on your side when you're a kid means everything, you know, like your counselor. Kudos to your counselor for helping you. So there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.